Have courage in how you love yourself and how you love others. Just go for it, is what I'm hearing. But you're also learning this, okay? You're learning how to love yourself again. You're learning how to show yourself that there's more to life than just what you feel like you're expected to be doing, okay? What else? Let's collective internet this time. You got be flexible, falling under gratitude. Everything happens for a reason. There are many options out there. Yeah. Be flexible. It's like, what are you showing up for in your life right now? Like, serious question. What are you showing up for in your life right now? If you want to receive a certain outcome from something or somebody, how are you showing up as of late? Like, how are you really showing up? And this is like giving me a mirror effect with those two abundance cards coming out like back to back like that. It's like you're being asked to really look at it, like maybe even from the other person's perspective or the other people's perspective, or just a perspective that's not yours. Like, how are you showing up? Like, if somebody were to look at your life, if you were to look at your own life from the outside and you were a stranger and you were asking for all this stuff that you want to line up for you, how are you showing up to receive that? Are you in the right energy frequency to receive what you're asking for? I feel like you know that it's possible because you got faith as your first card, and self-love and courage. So you know what it is you need to work on, but you also know what is required of you to receive this, okay? Are there any other messages for my collective? Again, it might be a shorter message today just because these messages keep getting deleted. It's 3:44 right now. Okay. Any other messages for the collective? Final messages for the collective. Final messages for the collective. Action. The action steps that you choose. Think of a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If you have a fire sign in your life, let them be your demonstration, is what I'm hearing. If you don't know a fire sign, look up the traits of a fire sign, of an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They're all based on courage, empowerment, movement. Sometimes they tend to be the loudest ones that are talking in the room. Not always. Leo is a close, first to second, but that's not the point. They get their point across, even if it's aggressively, okay? Aries speaks what's on their mind. They have no filter, all right? This is what this energy is giving me. They also know what they want, okay? They're very action-oriented. They don't just go based off of words. They go based off of action. So you're being called to action. What in your life do you feel like is reflecting back to you that you need to take action on right now? Because you know exactly what you need to do. And I'm getting you know exactly what you're asking for. So how can you welcome whatever it is you're asking for right now? What are you putting out? What's your output? Okay. We know what your input is. What's your output right now? Are there any other messages for this collective? What are the other messages? Final messages for this collective. Final messages for this collective, please. Final messages for my collective. Final messages for my collective. messages for my collective. Somebody might not like that. I don't know. Somebody might not like the hard truth is what I'm hearing. Somebody might not like the way that you speak your truth. Somebody might not like the way that you deliver your truth. Somebody might find it a little bit off-putting or a little bit like, I'm taken aback by this person. I didn't know that they had all these words in them. Like, and that's okay. All right? You're not going to be liked by everybody. Who cares at this point? What else? I'm sorry, this is funny. What else does this collective need to know at this time? What does this collective need to know at this time? Life purpose, falling on laughter is the best medicine. Yeah, look beyond your physical achievements. That's what's popping out on this card right now. Look beyond everything that you've accomplished right now. Okay, let's say we've wiped that slate clean and you're starting from ground zero. What exactly do you want? What do you want to do next? What's something that you want to start? How do you want to get that? How do you plan on obtaining whatever that is? Okay. What do you feel like you need to do to get exactly what you want? What are the steps? What do they look like for you exactly? Yeah, because you're getting victory. Victory is coming out for you, especially falling on top of connections. Like, you could already have a very successful life collective is what I'm getting. If there's something that there's a goal, there's something that you've been planting seeds for that you want to grow, that's coming into fruition, that's very fulfilling for you. How do you plan to get there exactly? Any other connections? Any other messages for the collective? Final messages for this collective. And it's like, don't be too strategic when it comes to this. Like, I get it. I know I said plan it out, but don't get too detail oriented where you get lost in the details and you forget to actually enjoy what it is you're doing this for in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not so much for you to actually, it's not so much to just get what you're asking for. Excuse me. It's the process of how you get there. It's like the process of it makes all the difference. Okay? Like, I'm not getting collective that you do things based on immediate gratification. And if you do, how is that working out for you in your life right now? How is that working out? Anyway, that's a message for somebody. What else? If you do things for immediate gratification, you're always going to be left drained, soulless, and unfulfilled in life, whatever you do. Nothing is going to be fulfilling for you. I'm just saying. That's not a call out message. That's just an observation. Oh, I see victory again. What are the final messages for this collective? It's like somebody needs to light a fire. This could be setting an intention, lighting a candle before you start your day. What goal, what's one of your main goals that you want to accomplish by the end of that day? Or at least setting the intention to start it. You don't have to finish it completely. You don't have to get it all done, but you need to start something. You need to start somewhere and setting that intention. Okay, that's a good way for goals, especially if you do candle work or if that's how you manifest, whatever. That is also a good way to start doing that. Yeah, what other final messages? What final messages does my collective need to hear at this time? And it's like, you got this, collective. You don't need much. It's not figuring it out, it's just more so the action. Okay, day by day, the action. They could be small actions, they could be big ones. They don't always have to look the same every day. They don't always have to be as frequent as every day, but they do need to be consistent if you're building something or if you want a certain outcome of something, okay? It's like wanting your plant to grow, but you're not feeding it enough water. You're not giving it the right soil it needs for its nutrition. You're not repotting it when it outgrows the old pot, What else? You're not clipping it whenever it gets burnt by the sun or the dead leaves are there on the stems. Like, you need to really look after whatever it is you're trying to nurture to life, okay? What else? Final messages, because what did I just say? Wow, confirmation. Nature coming out on top of all of that. I stopped it at 717, so you could be getting new plants. That's only for some of you, not for all of you. But something definitely to do with nature is going to help you process whatever this huge life decision or new beginning it is you're moving towards, because you know exactly what to do. You just need to ground your energy and really get serious with yourself. It reminds me of an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They're very particular in how they do things. They may take their time on how they choose to do something, but they know exactly what they want to do, and they always get it done at the end of the day. Like, earth signs are so reliable. That's the energy it's giving me, like possessing the energy of an earth sign. How reliable they are, how hardworking that they are. That's the energy. Okay, what else? What does the collective need to hear on these final messages? Any other messages from my collective? Any other messages? I'll take these. Yeah, you got leader and begin now, okay? And I was also just picturing like an earth sign and how people say that they're money focused or money hungry or whatever, but it's not that. It's them building their future and their legacy, okay? It's them knowing what it takes in order to do that, okay? If it's one thing earth signs don't play about is their stability, okay? They do not play about their stability, and it's something that they take very, very seriously, okay? But you're coming into this with a lot more clarity than you think, okay? Be open to the new ways of how you could obtain what it is you're asking for, okay? You don't always have to do it a certain way. You don't always have to stick by the book on something. You don't always have to, I'm not saying cheat people. I'm not saying cut corners or whatnot. I'm saying that look at it from a different perspective and actually start putting in some action steps besides just words on what it is that you want, okay? It's not just gonna come to you. Yes, you can manifest all day and can say all the affirmations you want at the end of the day. But if you're not putting forward movement and action behind all of that other added work, it's not going to come to you as easily as you may think, okay? Were there any other messages? I guess I can pull a little bit more. Any final messages for this collective? Final messages. Final messages. Remember to always show gratitude for where you're at, okay? Even if it's not where you want to be. There's always somebody out there praying to be in your exact position, okay? So be grateful. You got the marriage. Sorry, why did I just throw it at you? You got the marriage card. Okay, so there is definitely a higher level of commitment you're attracting, okay? Whatever this is for you, it's definitely coming to you. You just need to be realistic with yourself and be open and honest with yourself on how exactly you maintain this and you keep this in your life, okay? It's not just about getting it and saying, I got it. How are you, like, what else are you doing with it? You know what I'm saying? What else? Any final messages? Final messages? That may be the last message, actually. Let's see. What other messages? Final messages. Ooh, okay, that's the final card because it fell out. You got judgment. What I'm getting with this card is, please, in the process, try not to judge yourself so much, okay? You don't need to, all right? You don't need to be so hard on yourself, especially if it's not coming to you as easily or as quickly as you want it to, all right? That's not how it works. Like, whatever this is, it's bringing you inner peace to a lot of areas in your life. So whatever questions that you had about what your life should be looking like, or what society or your family or your friends expect from you, or what they want to see from you, that doesn't matter. If it doesn't align with you, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, stop judging yourself so harshly on it and really stay present in the moment and be grateful. Is there anything else? I'm getting an energy that wants me to keep on going with this, but I feel like you get it, collective. I feel like you really understand this concept. You get the message. You got dynamic path coming out. And you got new home, the bottom of the deck. What you're asking for, you could be asking for more adventure in your life, and that's exactly what you're going to be attracting, but you need to put out the energy that you want to receive when it comes to an adventure, okay? Like, I don't know. have some fun with it too. You don't always have to go like, it doesn't have to be so structured, okay? It doesn't have to be so like, this is the only way it works. This is how I gotta do it. This is how I gotta manifest it. No, like, everybody is unique. So find a way that you can manifest whatever this is for you in a way that's fun for you, okay? Don't make it so much of a task. Just make it a way of living for you, okay? But that is what I'm getting from this message, collective. As always, I hope you're taking care of yourself, and I will see you guys in the next one.